So what's up guys, now if you see the title of the video that I put, I don't think I need to explain more. I'm just going to start the video. I'm not even going to do a long intro. So guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and let's get into it.
Capacity,
Blossom.
Pierce, you don't have the intellectual capacity to understand the terminology
sorry,
that I'm using.
Blossom, just to explain something. You're appearing on a show called Piers Morgan Uncensored. That means you can say whatever you want.
I know all about you, Pierce.
Okay, you can think
and I know how you're good at race baiting. I know how you're good at being transphobic, and that's why I'm here to face you.
Just to be clear,
face you one-on-one.
When do you think I've ever race baited?
Honey, you remember that whole incident with Sharon Osbourne?
Yes.
Let's not forget.
Oh, you know, I do. Oh, no, I do.
But
what do
we're
you
not
think?
here to talk about Miss Sharon Osbourne.
What do you think happened there?
We're not here to talk about Miss Sharon Osbourne.
Yes, what
we're
do you
here to
think?
talk about trans people in sports.
Hang on, you've raised...
You are notorious.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Pierce,
Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about the Sharon Osbourne thing. Let me tell you what. Since you've raised it. Since you've raised it.
I'm a black trans woman.
Oh, Blossom, stop talking for a moment.
And you have cut me off so many times since I've been here.
Okay,
but
Blossom.
Yet, Riley, you give
Can we have a conversation, please?
You give the white girl all the time to talk.
Can we have a conversation, please?
And the black girl is having to speak.
Actually, at the moment, the black girl is doing all the talking. So hang on. Can I just say something, please?
That's my opinion.
All right.
That's my view.
Blossom, stop talking. Support for today's show comes from a business focused on a critical issue: prosperity. U.S. national solution for God business of the bar in thousands. Pierce 6 by 5. Let me just explain to you why what you've just said is complete and utter nonsense. I'm very glad you raised the Sharon Osbourne thing, as you put it, just to remind people and you and educate you about what happened. I was removed from my job hosting a morning show in Britain called Good Morning Britain because I disbelieved Meghan Markle's claims of racism against the royal family, okay? I never said a racist...
Why?
Hang on. Let me finish. I never said a racist thing about anybody, least of all Meghan Markle. I've never invoked her skin colour. In fact, on the day she got married to Prince Harry, I wrote a front-page story in a national newspaper in this country in which I extolled the glorious moment we finally had a biracial wedding in our otherwise all-white royal family. You might be bored, but I'm going to address your allegation.
Okay,
that
Pierce,
hang on, I haven't finished.
But I'm here to talk about trans women
Blossom.
in sports,
Let me finish. Let me just educate you.
Well, I didn't get to finish.
Let me just educate you with some facts. You've called me a race baiter. You've called me a Please stop talking. You've called me a race baiter. I'm
allegedly.
Hang on.
Alleged race
hang on. And you. Right. So let me finish. So what happened then was Sharon Osbourne, who was on a show called The Talk on CBS, now sadly no longer there because they got rid of Sharon. And guess what? Nobody wanted to watch it. And Cheryl Underwood, a black woman on that panel, set up Sharon Osbourne in the most despicable manner imaginable. And she said to Sharon Osbourne, why did you support Piers Morgan when he said those racist things?
Of course you would.
And Sharon Osbourne, hang on, you can respond when I finish telling you what happened. You can respond when I tell you what happened.
I just want you to know you
Blossom,
are
you can respond. You can respond when I finished telling you what happened, and you can challenge me on facts.
Go ahead.
What you can't challenge me is something you've seen on TikTok. So let me finish. So Sharon Osbourne was told, why did...
Nobody said that on TikTok. It was all over the news here in America.
Cheryl Underwood said to Sharon Osbourne, okay, if you're going to keep talking, I'll mute you. I will mute you, but don't let me mute you. Let me just finish. Then you can respond. Cheryl Underwood said, why did you support Piers Morgan when he said those racist things? Sharon said, what racist things? And as a result of that, by getting annoyed that she was being set up to try and supposedly defend her friend me in saying racist things I'd never said, Sharon got fired from The Talk. And she was left suicidal in the year that followed. That her whole career was sent down the drain because, ironically, the race baiter was actually the black woman on that panel.
Yeah, bro, and guys, I remember that. It was all over the news. They were calling her racist. They were saying she was this, and it wasn't even true. If you guys have seen the clip, right, everything Pierce is saying about this is true. It was just race baiting. That's all it was. So if you guys have not watched it, I would go search it up. I can't remember what show it is. He just said the show. Go search it up. Yeah, it was insane. It was insane.
Cheryl Underwood, not Sharon Osbourne, and not me. So I'm very glad you raised the issue of race baiting. But let's be clear, as you're doing now, the race baiting came from Cheryl Underwood to Sharon Osbourne, and it's now coming from you. So now you can respond.
Cannot be racist, Piers.
Now you can
Black
respond.
Women cannot be racist to white women. Are you kidding me?
Sorry?
That makes no sense.
Sorry?
Black women cannot be racist to white women. Do you not understand that?
Oh, yes, they can.
You don't have the intellectual
capacity
to understand that.
Oh, yes, they
that's
can.
Very much
and you've been
impossible.
racist to me.
That's very much impossible.
You've been racist to me, a white man, by saying I'm a race baiter. Yeah.
How am I racist to you? I'm black. I can't be racist to you.
You called me a race baiter with no evidence.
To me.
When have I been a race baiter?
You could be racist to me.
When have I been a race baiter?
But I'm a powerhouse.
Tell me when I've been a race baiter.
I'm a powerhouse.
Well, you may be a powerhouse.
Understand something.
You may be a powerhouse. You may be a powerhouse.
I'm a powerhouse. So is this WWE? What is she talking about? I used to hear those type of stuff in WWE when they were giving promos and stuff. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, but saying, you know, I'm gonna let the clip play. Actually, I'm not gonna keep talking. I'm gonna let the clip play.
Okay.
When have I been a race baiter?
I want to admit that. Okay.
When have I been a race baiter?
Okay.
When have I been a race baiter?
Okay.
This is absurd.
No, hang on. Tell me,
Honey.
Blossom. Give me one example of me race baiting. Blossom, go.
I'm here at this point. I'm just here to talk about trans women in sports. I said what I said.
So you don't have anything,
have to
do you?
Repeat anything.
You called me a race baiter, but you have no evidence I've ever race baited. You admit it.
Do you believe African Americans are superior to?
Let's move forward.
Fascinating. Like so many people, you play that race card and you can't defend it. You can't support it. There is no evidence.
It's not. Hold on. Let me check you on that. Let me check you on that. You talk about this race card or whatnot. The race card is reality. My experience as a black trans woman is completely different than yours as a white cis man.
Well, let me ask you about reality then.
Speaking, do not interrupt a black trans woman when I'm speaking.
Oh, don't be so pathetic.
Do not interrupt a black trans woman when I'm speaking, okay? Riley sits with so much privilege as a white woman.
So you can interrupt me for the last 10 minutes.
Like a halfback
so just to be clear,
Lauren,
hang on. Just to be clear, Blossom.
Okay, then they just start insulting. So you didn't have no evidence what you said, then you just started insulting everyone there. Yeah, that's insane. But saying black women can't be racist to white women is insane. This is why I want to watch this video with you guys, because I was watching this by myself, but I just want you guys to hear that, because I used to hear that so much in the black community, that people couldn't be racist to white people, which is insane. Being racist to someone it's in the name, it's race. It's not like oh, but not black people. No, it's everyone. You can be racist to anyone. That's an insane thing to say. And then you race baiting Pierce as well. That's exactly what you were doing. You're trying to set him up in a trap. And do you know what? In the past, that used to work on people as well. That's the insane thing. Like, look what happened to Sharon Osbourne. She lost her job. So it's actually lost people their jobs before. It doesn't really work now. So a lot of people will see that. And I'm sure it still happens, right? But a lot of people will see that now, or will hear her say stuff like this and just be like, yeah, you're lying. So we've heard it all before. People are just sick of hearing it. People are sick of hearing everything being racist all the time. Like, I don't know. And then equating everything. I mean, you don't want people to be racist to you, and you equate everything about yourself to your race. You know, I don't understand it. Let me know in the comments, guys. I don't understand it.
White tears about trans
all
women.
Right, just can you mute Blossom for a moment, please? Thank you.
You're making
hang on, Riley. So to make the point that Blossom has just literally interrupted me for 10 consecutive minutes without pausing breath. But the moment Riley has the audacity to interrupt Blossom, oh, guess what? That's the moment that the black transgender woman decides this is outrageous. Okay, you can unmute her now.
This feels like an SNL. This feels like an SNL skit.
It does.
Okay.
It's preposterous.
Here's I just want you to remember that Blossom said what her basis and perspective of life is rooted in reality. So please remember that as we continue this conversation.
Which brings me to my question, which you haven't answered, Blossom, which is why do we separate the sexes in the Olympics?
Here's the thing. I'm not an Olympian.
Oh.
I don't play sports.
You don't know why we separate the sexes?
I think what you're saying is conservative propaganda. I think what you're saying is conservative propaganda.
Conservative propaganda.
That you're able
I asked you why we separate. I asked you why we separate the sexes.
Off of that.
Why do we separate the sexes?
Again.
Why do we have the Olympics
when we talk about trans people, When we talk about trans people, we're talking about gender identity. I need both of y'all mindset to become more expansive.
Right.
I know that's a little hard for both of you.
Can you answer my question?
Because both of you have
Can you answer my question?
I understand that's hard for both of y'all.
Can you answer my question?
A seed.
Can you answer my question?
Again, when we talk about trans people, we're talking about gender identity. We're not just focused on sex.
That's not my question.
That what y'all like to do is reduce conversations down to sex.
What you all like to do.
And you try to apply it to what's happening in the Olympics. Okay.
And I'm asking you
play in sports.
And I'm asking
trans women should participate in
the Olympics. The next Olympics. The
what
next
you're doing
okay, Blossom.
is spreading misinformation.
Blossom, I don't want to have to mute you again.
Conservative propaganda that should not be.
Okay. Piers Morgan Uncensored is proudly independent, which that's why you do say as the encrypted secures people, not only as VPNs, especially works on proof. Free VPN will go to Express. Now, I'll ask you one more time. Why do we separate the sexes in the Olympics? Why do we have men and women competing separately? Give me an answer.
Well, Piers, won't you tell me the answer since I don't know?
You don't know the answer? Oh, Riley's got a hand up. Riley, Riley, why don't you educate? Why don't you educate
Blossom? Me the answer since I don't know.
Riley, why do we separate the sexes in the Olympics?
Because men and women are different. We have different physical ceilings. It's the same reason why you have any category. It's the same reason why we have the Paralympics versus the Olympics. It's the same reason why we have weight classes in boxing. We don't have weight classes in boxing because we are fat shaming people who weigh more. No, we have weight classes because it would be unfair. We know the outcome. Every single person, kindergartners, know the outcome of what would happen if we had a 220-pound man fight a 170-pound man. It's the same reason why we have age divisions. We don't have 12 and unders or PV leagues.
Know that. What if that 220-pound? Wait. What if that 170-pound man has the agility to beat that 220-pound man? That makes no sense. So you want to base all of the Olympics off of exceptions? Your answer makes no sense. That makes no sense. Y'all don't know anything about somebody's biochemistry.
It makes sense.
And listen to what Riley just said there. You want to base everything off exceptions. And I like how she just focused on the one thing that she said that could actually be possibly made as an argument, but not really. Like, okay, of course, there are cases where small people beat bigger people, but for the most part, you're just not going to have... That's why weight classes are separated. Like, and another thing as well, what this Blossom woman does, seen her do is, like, you have someone like Riley, right? She's actually an athlete, actually, you know, been in locker rooms, was actually in locker rooms when this whole thing started, right? Actually had she got beat by a trans man. I don't know if she had trans woman thing, I don't know, whatever. I don't know if she actually had one in her locker room, but she was around, she was doing swimming when all this happened. And she knows a lot of people, was probably actually in a locker room with trans people, right? And she's telling you what it was like, and they just don't listen. Like, they just don't. They want you to listen to them, but in the second you try talking to them, they just don't listen. I know the main part of the video I want to show you guys was the black thing, but even this topic as well, they just don't listen. They just talk over you or call you racist. It's insane. It's insanity, guys. This is insanity. But we're going to finish out this last little bit of this clip here, and then we're going to end it, guys.
Biology, you do not know.
Of common sense.
You do not know, Riley. I'm sorry. You absolutely do not know about somebody's biology.
You just admitted you're not an athlete.
Chemistry
you
is made differently.
That you have never competed at the highest level.
And see, this is the thing. I don't have to be an athlete to talk about this because this affects my community. But you just said you couldn't answer because you're not.
Yeah, now she's contradicting herself. How could anyone listen to this and be like, oh yeah, I hear what she's saying. Sorry to keep pausing, guys.
All right, you know what we're going to try? Why don't we try? Okay, can we please stop talking at the same time? If you talk at the same time, Blossom, if you talk, Blossom, if you talk at the same time, nobody can hear either of you, okay? So Blossom, let's start with you again. A simple question. I'll tell you why they separate the sexes, just as Riley has. It's because men have a physical advantage over women, which would mean that women would not win more than a handful of medals in the entire Olympics. Would you be happy if it was a gender-neutral Olympics?
Why are we...
Hang on.
Why
Answer
are we
my
saying
question.
This about women, though?
Answer
women
my question.
Are just as strong as men.
I'm asking
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry, women are just as strong as men.
So
women
just to
are
be
just
clear,
as powerful as men.
Okay.
And I don't believe that.
Okay, Blossom.
That's just your opinion.
So Blossom,
that's not always fact.
Blossom, if the world #1 tennis player,
I don't buy it.
Okay, you know that Serena Williams admits that she would be beaten by the top 1,000 men in the world at tennis, right? You know that, do you?
No, I did not.
You did not know that. So,
the 200
okay, where's the,
so you don't know that.
Receipts?
You don't know why men and women get separated Olympics.
I would like to read those receipts.
Both Serena and Venus Williams lost.
Are you waving them? Are you waving them around?
What?
You can look it up to the 203rd ranked male player. He drank in between sets, smoked in between sets, and played 18 holes of golf before, and admitted that he played like a 600 male ranked player. And they lost in a blowout, and they are phenoms, the best of the best. No other woman for a while even could come close to them, and they got beat by a man. Let me repeat it, in a blowout.
I'll never forget that day. Suddenly, a group of mysterious men dragged me into prison.
Blowout, the 203rd ranked male player who admitted he played like a 600 ranked player, drank, smoked between sets, and played 18 holes of golf.
Blossom, just to be clear, would you want the American Olympics, the LA Olympics, would you want them to be gender neutral, where the sexes compete with each other?
Absolutely. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think long as it's...
Yeah. Guys, we're going to stop there. This has been long enough. I'll let you guys go watch that by yourself, but just seeing this, I mean, I don't know how you can listen to this and really take these people seriously. Like, it's just the mentality is, I think this way, no one's gonna tell me any different. If you disagree with me, I'm gonna call you this, and that's all it is. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm sure some people will disagree with me, but you know, and let me know if you want to see more reaction videos like this as well, because this is funny. This is entertainment. Pierce is making money off this. I need to start a show like this and to let people like her come on and just say dumb stuff on the internet. Get paid for it. But guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I'm out. Peace.